Alright guys, today we are making meatloaf, and this is going to be a different recipe than I previously posted. I did one a couple years back that was just a skillet, cast iron skillet meatloaf that you just kind of spoon out and whatnot. This is going to be an actual loaf, and it's a completely different recipe. I'm really trying to try new recipes and liven things up slightly. There's some things I won't change, but anyway, I wanted to try a different meatloaf recipe. So, to start off, I have here 3 loaves of sourdough that I have soaking in about 3/4 of a cup to a cup of milk. And they soaked for about 10 minutes. And some people squeeze and drain off, but the milk, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it in there. There's not that much, and it'll help keep the meatloaf moist, because the last thing I like is dry meatloaf. I'm now going to add 1 onion that I have finely chopped because my son thinks he doesn't like meatloaf. We're going to add 2 eggs. We're going to add some crushed red pepper, just a little bit, just to give it a background note. Some garlic powder and some parsley. Healthy serving of parsley, and if you have fresh, definitely use fresh. And then I also need salt, about a teaspoon, about a teaspoon of pepper, and then I'm going to break our yolks and kind of mix some things together before we add in the meat, because you don't want to overwork your meat. That'll give you a really tough meatloaf, and we don't want that. So get all this mixed together. I'm also leaving the milk in because in my other recipe I add ketchup to my mixture, and I'm not doing that this time. I'm going to add ketchup as a glaze. So it's going to be a little different. I'm also going to add some of my sweet onion jam to the top. But anyway, I want the inside to still have the same juiciness that my other one has, minus that. And now I have 2 pounds of hamburger that I thawed out in my fridge, but then they got pushed to the back, so now they're super cold. And you just want, with clean hands, to break your meat apart and mix everything very well. Like that's a frozen piece. Okay. Just get down and dirty with it. Okay, so now all we have to do is form this into a mold, into our loaf, and then I decided I'm just going to glaze it with my sweet onion jam, and then I'll use my homemade ketchup as a sauce if anyone wants it. I want to really bring out this flavor versus the traditional ketchup that I usually put on it. So that's what we're gonna do. And you could put this on a broiler rack or a baking rack whenever you do it, but this is going to work just fine for me. It just kind of makes it to where it's not going to sit in its own grease, but my cow was super lean, So I really do not have that problem. When I cook my hamburger, there is rarely ever any grease on there at all. Okay, so that looks like a nice loaf. And you could even throw some carrots on the sides if you want. That's how my mama always made her meatloaf, was she put carrots along the sides. So you could totally do that. This sweet onion jam is amazing. It's so good. Don't want to stick. And it's going to give this meatloaf such an amazing flavor. So amazing. Probably going to use the whole little half pint. Yep. And this is going to go in the oven at 350 degrees for 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how thick you make it and how your oven works. Mine usually runs closer to an hour. You just don't want to overcook it, because then, of course, it'll start drying out. Oh, this smells amazing. I'm gonna get this in the oven. Alright, so this went for about an hour and 15 in my oven. And we're gonna get ready and slice this open and see what it looks like. Now, as I told you, there's hardly any liquid in the bottom of this because I have very lean meat. But it smells phenomenal. I'm really excited. And I like the crusty edges, so I'm going to take one of these corner pieces or side pieces. Now, you would want to let it sit and just kind of set up a little bit. I'd probably give it about 15 minutes before cutting into it. However, my canner is about to start going, and it's going to be super loud. Okay, so here is finished product. And let's just try it. That is amazing. I like this better than my other. I like it so much better. Wow. It is so tender and flavorful. And that caramelized onion on top, the sweet onion jam. Wow. And it's definitely not dry at all. Awesome. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you try it out for yourself. This is going to be my new meatloaf for sure. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.